What did you do in school today?
Nothing.
We serve the 4 largest housing projects in Lenore County. So my kids, if you look at their demographics, are severe at-risk children. That's nice to know. You can put them all in a box and put a bow on it, and you can put it on a shelf and understand it exists. But you can't use it as an excuse not to teach children.
Like many children from poor neighborhoods, kids at Teachers Memorial Elementary School in Kinston, North Carolina, start school at a disadvantage.
We take for granted a lot as teachers that these children have had puzzles and games and toys and books to play with. But we find out very quickly that that's not the case.
But by the time these kids reach 3rd grade, they're meeting and exceeding state standards.
Our children really have an advantage because of all the technology that we have at our school. We have, not only do we have a computer lab, we have 3 computers in each classroom.
In an area where many schools can't even afford to supply crayons and paper, this is the most technologically advanced school in North Carolina.
We write grants. We beg. We've used Chapter 1 money, foundation money. We have used other people's money.
Teachers Memorial has been able to attract outside resources with its philosophy towards teaching.
Educators get caught up in doing education. We're going to do education. And if we take into account, put the children first and the needs that they have, then the education will come and they will learn.
The most dangerous place for you to stand is in between me and helping my children. So if you're an obstacle and I can't go around you, then I will tend to run you down.
Find out how a small kindergarten through 2nd grade school in rural North Carolina has attracted national attention by meeting the needs of children.
Good.
Putting kids first on this edition of School Stories.
Good morning. All the children at Teachers Memorial are minority children. We've got about 90% of our kids on free and reduced lunch. 70% of our kids live in single-parent households, and we have a high unemployment rate among our parents.
Good morning.
And a lot of our kids get to us developmentally delayed.
Good morning, sweetie. Good morning.
A lot of them have experienced probably things that you and I have read about but not experienced ourselves, and they've been through a lot at a very young age.
The plagues of poverty are not new to these children. Even in rural America, drugs and violence are commonplace.
They're pretty, the way you're doing them.
The average child that walks into my classroom is a child who needs as much love as they do education. They need a tender touch, and they're a child that appreciates being loved.
It's a tough job for any teacher who works with and cares for children in need.
It is a situation where you have to get up in the morning and you have to say, is this what I'm here for? Is this what I'm about? And sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes it gets right next to you, because when the children hurt, you hurt. When they cry, you cry. When they laugh, you laugh too. And it makes it so much better when you can see the joy that you can bring to them.
Lisa. Jaleesa.
For Linda Cameron and daughter Jaleesa, it's the start of another daily routine to get Jaleesa to school before Mom goes to work.
I get up about 5:30, between 5 and 5:30, and I get up and take my bath and get ready, and I let her sleep. It's about 6, and then I get her up.
Linda puts in 10-hour days at a local factory. If it were not for the before-school childcare program at Teachers Memorial, Jaleesa would have no place to go.
I love you.
It's very important, because I'm definitely not going to leave her outside, so that's a good thing to have for the kids. And it's inexpensive, too.
How's Cody?
We did a survey One of the facts that parents saw was they needed more services before school. So what do? We started before school care. We also have after school care. That's putting the kid first. If the parents got to go to work at 7 to 5, we need to provide some child care.
I appreciate you coming this morning, Doris.
Teachers reach out to parents in any way possible. When parents get involved, children do much better in school.
I have tried in the mornings inviting some of the parents to come out for muffins or hot chocolate or coffee, whatever, just to come in and say, your child is doing a great job. Keep up the good work. I know if I send something home that you'll say, okay, what did Miss Pelletier send today? And you pull it out and you go over it and you read it, and you can tell. A lot of times their school experience has been bad. They may not have finished school. They dropped out of school. They were truant or got in trouble. And once you break that initial barrier and they see that we're not the bad teachers or principal or somebody that's intimidating, they usually warm up, and if we tell them we need to see them at the school, they'll come.
He comes knocking on my door. Please, Mom, please, please.
When I came here 8 years ago, my major thrust was going to be to create a community school. We got rid of the signs that say, visitors report to office.
Good to see you out. You doing all right? You just come out to visit today? You going to stay for lunch?
Sure.
Good, good.
I have a night meeting here. I send buses out to pick up parents that don't have cars. If you're a parent in my school and you've got a 2-year-old, I'm not going to let child care be a reason that you can't come out to school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide child care for your child so you can attend a meeting or a parent workshop.
Hey, it's Mr. Scroggs from
And if parents don't come to the school goes to the parents.
Did you get done stuff you need to get done?
I made an appointment.
It's Mr. Scroggs.
Scroggs and his beat-up old truck have become an icon for the school, a symbol that in an area of poverty and crime, there's something good happening for kids in Kinston.
But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story.
Teachers Memorial's efforts to involve parents begin even before kids enroll in school. Project Readout is a mobile library that tours local housing projects on weekends, encouraging parents to read to their kids.
Don't forget to bring the books back now and take care of your books, okay?
Let's hear some clapping for those who got it going on.
Once a year, Scroggs brings the school community together for fun, free food, and dancing. Family Day is a big party where everyone's welcome.
The price of admission is the ability to say Teachers Memorial. And we have a DJ, we serve hot dogs and Pepsis. No money's exchanged. This is all a celebration of a school and celebration of a community. And it's wonderful. And we dance with our children and we run around with our parents and we have a delightful time. But there's payback in that story. Because while my school is located in a crime district, I have the lowest vandalism rate of any school probably in the county. Because when kids walk across my playground, they're saying, hey, remember the DJ we had last year? They're not thinking, hey, see that rock? It's a sense of community and belonging.
That sense of community extends to meeting the needs of kids outside of school as well. Scroggs and his staff always keep an eye out for families in need.
Mr. Davis. That's a single father. He's raising 4 children on his own. Kenya Davis is a kindergartner, and she had cancer. She still has her infusion pump. She started kindergarten. The rest of the children are younger.
And there's going to be your entire Christmas is handled.
Yeah.
Okay?
My entire Christmas.
Now, we're not buying for you.
No,
but for all the children.
All the children.
Every one of them's finished.
He goes to work every night, works a night shift. One of his relatives come over and stays with the kids. Gets a little bit of rent assistance, and that's about it.
Okay, anything special we need to do? Because, you know, the partnership with the hospital, the people doing this.
That's one family. Yeah, we can afford to look out for a kid like that.
All right.
Sure, thank you, man. That's a load off my mind. Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. Then.
Be good.
You too.
My first year as principal here, I came back from Christmas, and I asked a little boy in the hallway, I said, what'd you get for Christmas? And the little boy told me nothing. And I swore that day I would never hear that again. So I went out, I went to the hospital, Lenore Memorial Hospital. I said, guys, I need help. Let me tell you a story about what hurts. And ever since then, they've taken my 40, 50th, neediest kids and provided Christmas for the entire family. So when this Christmas holiday is over, I won't hear a child say, I didn't get anything for Christmas.
At the park. Let's turn on page 1. Everybody got your marker? I want some good reading, okay?
At Teachers Memorial, nothing comes before our children, and we will do what we need to do to make sure that they have the best education that they can have.
Good.
We find glasses for them, we find shoes for them, we find clothes for them if that's what they need. If they need a winter coat, we find somewhere to find that. We do whatever we can to help these children.
There's two kinds of light, the light that you turn on and off, and something that is not heavy as light. All right, Michelle? Mom. Oh, that's an easy one. What is the definition?
Teachers recognize the many needs of these children and struggle to meet them. But it takes more than commitment. It takes the ability to make important decisions that directly affect the kids. So when Scroggs came to Teachers Memorial 8 years ago, he started letting teachers run the school.
That made me feel important when I could say, well, we need a new exceptional children's teacher. I will interview that teacher. It won't be up to the principal. And it makes a big difference when you play an important part in the daily workings of the school.
Teachers determine everything from curriculum to finances. All purchasing decisions are based on whether or not they directly benefit the children. Scroggs himself can't spend more than $100 without teachers' consent.
I don't have the right of veto here. So my job then becomes the facilitator to make sure that decision is successful. We have dream sessions. You envision the perfect school day and write on note cards exactly what stops you from having the perfect school day. Then our job becomes get rid of those cards.
The cards included everything from increasing minority employment to providing more parking spaces for teachers. Among the changes, music, drama, art, and phys ed are scheduled by grade level at the same time each day so teachers can coordinate curriculum together.
We have activities where the students are out of the classroom back to back, which gives you an opportunity to plan, to get with the other grade level teachers and talk about things you want to do that week.
What else have teachers done with all this authority? They hired a print shop operator to do all their copying, collating, and stapling so they could spend more time with kids.
What do kids need more than anything else? They need their teacher. They don't need their teacher in a room running off stuff. If you put the child first, you put the child first with the teacher in the classroom. You provide support for the teacher. What you're telling that teacher is you're an important and valued member, and your time with your kids is important, and that puts the kids first.
Good. She's just a little nervous. Do you think her outfit is going to fit her?
Phones were installed in every classroom so teachers could contact parents without leaving their rooms.
Okay. We let Mommy know that you were doing super.
The one that you sent the note about this morning, is that the one she's going to wear?
It helps when a child is sick or a teacher needs information from home. But teachers have found that the phone is also a valuable disciplinary tool.
We have students sometimes that need to talk to Mom and Dad so they can get back on the right track and know